for him today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity. And David,
he's got some space. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Vols can really attack on this second and short. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Lost a throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And David, they feel like they've upgraded several key positions this year.
The ball spins away, and they've got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Vols have their offense in high gear. Give to the running back. Enough for the first and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I'll tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught in the backfield. Stewart. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Gets rid of it.
Down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start to that key game.
So Miami's offense has the ball for the first time. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy. And because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has read the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him. And everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Shakes off the defender. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And did just that.
He'll field the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense.
job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
On the run, it's Knowles. Inside the 25. He's got 50 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Setting up the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown ball. A great catch and run for 6.
But this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point, a lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Power football with the one.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Volunteers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The RPO, it's complete. Now to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was sick.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he bounces in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly got something together with this possession. Gets it to him on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running down the ball. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line them up in different places. And then you throw them.
And the quarterback going through
whole team, actually. They already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. The pull, the throw from the RPO. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
Well, Coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Gonna run it. It's Knowles. There he goes. And he just kept it running. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteer. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short game. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this game, as they start this season, and down he goes back at the 3.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Running back searching for a hole. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. So here is the Tennessee offense. Just an outstanding performance for this guy behind center. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders, and best of all, they've protected the football. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in here and got the long touchdown.
They'll try to
put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's going to run it. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Trying to get rid of it.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And they dialed up the shot wave, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And he has had this offense clicking on all cylinders the entire game. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Across the 35. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive game and a positive play for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. He's now up to 52 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. And the Volunteers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Touchdown, Tennessee. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the front of them so bad, you're starting to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. On the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Sexton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Canes are facing 3rd and inches. He'll go to the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Canes will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it. Just shy of the 30. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. He fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Spins away from one. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And the Vols with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And after watching an effort like that, even though he wasn't able to get the 1st down, as the quarterback, you're going to start throwing to him a lot more often in this game because he's going to pad your stats. You know this guy is going to get tons of yak because he's fighting for every inch out there on the field.
The Vols come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On a little time, lets it go. He's got it, 1st down and more. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. They decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. What are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flies it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Plows through the defense. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Let's go! Right back to the well. Runs through it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up. Huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive again.
Yeah, the first first possession because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play at their line, but they have to believe.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting a turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young men. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
To the air on first down. Good for it over the top of the knee. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They punted away on fourth down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A little screen to the running back. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll ride the hot hand. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pulls it in. It's Hill. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. North and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's on fourth down, and he's still going. The change will move, and
got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
The give to the tailback. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using...
Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Volunteers. And they kick it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let him go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
You can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Makes the catch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Can't get him to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up? They're facing the fan and make a tackle.
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Off the RPO, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Got the first down and more. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And obviously this offense is now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tanner wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Runs through the tackle. And another broken tackle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And they add 6 more in the ball for that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's making big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 24 over Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs in.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tight end now in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He'll start this drive going to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, what a move.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put.
Breaks into the open. And they'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Lost the throw on first down. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you really struggle protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they kick it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they'll spot it at the 38.
something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Used the play fake. Now a throw. Got his man. He stopped at the 48. They pick up a 10 on the play.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. And trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Going to take a shot on second and short. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one. On that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights, and the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. We are not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Wide open, he makes the catch. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field and lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star mark inside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Line getting set on second down. He's got it on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy
Throws on the jabs. That's the tag. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown. Way too low, way too late. They still don't count it for seconds.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football. You have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is the
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Working that left side now. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got room at the 35. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the